Good morning, guys. Hey, Amy, what's up? So today I want to give you an update on my suburban garden. And today is the 1st of November, so it has gotten pretty cold in the last days. And I wanted to show you my garden, how it's doing. So we still have tomatoes, but they really have a hard time to ripen. So most of them stay orange. And then I take them into the house and let them ripen a little bit more. So that's a little bit of a hassle, but I'm actually really glad that we still have tomatoes. And that's pretty awesome for November. Then here I have planted some garlic bulbs. And I think I planted these 1 month ago. So they are doing really well and they are winter hardy. So they will survive winter without any troubles. Then here we still have a few peppers going strong. And yeah, they do not really get red anymore, but even if they not gain color, you can still eat them. It's no problem if you eat them green. Okay, here I have another raised bed, and underneath here I have a couple of lettuce plants. Unfortunately, I was a little bit too late when I planted them, so now they are really small. During winter time they are going to grow a little bit, but not too much anymore. So we will see if I will harvest some lettuce this winter or not. Then here I have planted some young strawberries for the next year. And we still have one pepper growing in here. And this is lavender. And this is facing to the south. So it's really protected from the wind because it's in the corner. And this is actually my warmest raised bed. So I had some tomatoes in here and they were producing a whole bunch of tomatoes, so it was awesome. And now let's take a look at my suburban garden. So here we have more strawberries. This is a goji berry. Yeah, come on. Okay, so this is my garden right now. Here I have a couple of fruit trees and shrubs. This is cherry, blueberry, currant, and this is my strawberry production. And actually I like growing my strawberries in these containers because somehow the snails, which are very abundant here, are not making their way to here. So it's very rare that I find snails and slugs in these containers. Okay, so here in the first row I have more blueberry shrubs and more strawberries in these containers. Oh yeah, and this is my tagetes flower. It's still flowering, although it's very cold. And this is my first raised bed here. And I have installed this frame. And in this raised bed I'm going to grow some tomatoes next season. And having a frame on top is great because then you can hang your cordage into the hooks here and then you can attach the tomatoes to it. I've already bought some soil for this raised bed because, as you can see, it's a little bit empty and that comes with the harvest. So every time you harvest crops, you will have less soil in the raised bed. Now here at the left side I have a little bit of a herb garden going on with peppermint, marjoram, this is lemon balm, chive. Then here I have more strawberries, of course. I have a couple of beans. These are bush beans and they are called Canadian Wonder. So today I want to harvest the rest of the beans here because they are slowly dying because of the cold and beans are not winter hardy, so those plants will die very soon, so I'm going to rip them out today. Now what's pretty cool is that I still have raspberries on my raspberry shrub here. So this is my golden kind, which is very delicious, and back here I have a red kind. Then in this raised bed I still have some red beet growing. And also what happened here is that some radish has seeded itself out. And yeah, so I decided to let them grow and maybe I can harvest them in winter time. This is the third raised bed. Here I was growing tomatoes this year, and it's always important that you change out the location of the tomatoes because they need so much nutrition. Yeah, next year I'm going to grow something else in this raised bed. Here I have more strawberries, and in this raised bed, the small one, I have some radishes, and there's one pepper plant still growing. So next here I have almost dead tomato. I think I'm going to rip this out today, as well as these ones. So they are really game over. Finally, you know, I have the same kind of tomatoes inside of the greenhouse, and inside of the greenhouse they are still doing fine. So this is why you want to plant tomatoes inside a greenhouse, because it's protecting the plants from getting cold and moldy and foul. So then before we go into the greenhouse, I want to show you this raised bed. Here I have planted some onions and garlic. Now unfortunately Amy jumped in here and ripped up this sheeting, so I have to get a new sheeting to protect the crop. Go Amy. Bad girl. Yeah, Amy is a little bit wild sometimes. But here the first garlic is showing up already. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is another garlic plant. No, no, no. And now let's take a look inside of the greenhouse. See, these tomatoes are in really great shape. And now it's November, so it's unbelievable what the difference is as opposed to the tomatoes at the outside. So this is green and this is dead. Green, dead. And this is why I always want to grow tomatoes at the inside of this greenhouse, because yeah, inside of the greenhouse you're going to get the earliest harvest, but also the latest harvest of the year. Yeah, some of the leaves are becoming moldy now as well, but they are still in great condition. Then here we have some radishes. Let's check out the color. Oh yeah. These are purple, actually, which is a really nice color. I love it. Go, Amy. She only wants to destroy stuff. Oh my god. No, that's mine. And here I have some radishes as well, but these ones are black. Maybe we find one. Let's see. So these ones are going to be black, and they get pretty big, so I think I can harvest them in January. Okay, here I have some kale growing, and every now and then I take off a leaf and eat it, because kale has so many vitamins, especially vitamin C. So this is just for leaf harvesting. And in here I have more lettuce. Hey, what? Oh my god, Amy just ripped out a radish. Oh my god. So, yeah, what I wanted to say here was that these ones are still too young, so I should have sown them 1 month earlier, and they will grow during the winter time, but maybe not enough to harvest them. So I was a little bit too late. Next year I'm going to sow them in August. Oh yeah, and there's one more thing that I want to show you. Here I have a couple of small cabbage plants, and actually I had one cabbage in my garden, and when I harvested it, it had small buds like these at the sides coming out. So I was ripping them off and replanting them into these small containers. So now I have quite a lot of cabbage plants, and they are winter hardy and they will grow during winter time at least a little bit. So that's pretty awesome. And when the tomato plants are gone, I will probably take the cabbage and plant them at the same spot here. That is my greenhouse and my suburban garden. Oh yeah, and there's one more thing that I want to show you. I have installed a water container which is collecting water from the roof, and it's pretty full up to here. And finally now I have a rainwater container, and it's pretty awesome to have some free water for watering your plants. Amy, what are you doing again? Huh? What are you doing? Amy, bitte. What are you doing? Huh? Are you eating old compost plants? Crazy girl. Alright guys, so this is it for today. Thank you for watching and stay tuned till next time. Amy, you're a beast.